So I'll just get straight to the point. C4CW is what this is. Casting 495 celebrities worldwide. And I am one Sir Grove, the host of this show. If you are true fans, then IWE495 most certainly appreciate you. I'm listening to Mark Levin, as I do, routinely and every evening. And I often will provide my input and give my 2 cents after hearing various analysts such as Mark, listening to Fox, listening to other organizations, groups, networks, regardless of their political bent, bias, or ideology. Doesn't matter if it's on the left or the right. If I hear someone say something, I'll respond with my own analysis reflexively in relation to whatever type of data, information it is that I have recently come into contact with, been exposed to, subjected to, that I've heard, listened to, seen. And so in that, as usual, I'm listening to Mark Levin. And Mark, he hit it home, man, home run. And so I was thinking the same thing, and I'm glad. And as I've often stated, I agree with Mark 99.9% of the time. It's very rare, like once every blue moon, there's something where I slightly diverge, and it's not even like a big disagreement. You know, I'm an analyst, I'm an observer, I listen to Mark, I'm a Levinite, and I have the utmost respect for Mark. Tonight, man, Mark fucking hit it out of the park. The thing that I've been thinking, and I'm glad he said this, he said it as kind of one unified voice for all of us out here who are thinking the same thing. Look, I know some people want to politicize the coronavirus. I know they want to make it a partisan issue, and they want to point fingers and say this, and that, and make it a political issue. And in that same context, they want to dismiss and be dismissive of, that is, downplay, flu statistics in contrast to the coronavirus. I can't separate the two. I can't. The reason why people freaked out over the coronavirus is several-fold. One is media hysteria. They saw people falling out, planking, just dropping out on the ground in China via international media. And people said to themselves, yo, what the fuck kind of virus, disease, bioweapon, what is this? Why would people in mass numbers be dropping like flies? This is not influenza. The flu doesn't do that. We need to fucking seal shit up right now, lock it down, close the borders. I get that. I understand that. That's not the flu. And if it is the flu, it's a different type of fucking flu than we've been dealing with historically. Nonetheless, it's been identified after it's been gene sequenced and it's been corroborated by scientists and experts around the world. It's now known as COVID-19. Again, you see, I'm not politicizing anything. Those are currently the facts as the consensus seems to be and point to. Next point of mine. Okay, now that it's been a quarter of a year and we have a greater, better, deeper understanding, having taken a closer look at this situation, we understand a lot more what it is and, relatively speaking, somewhat how to deal with it. In the beginning, when we saw this highly transmissible, invisible, I'm saying detected, sensed and detected, this invisible enemy, we had no idea so much as to what exact. We assumed it was a replay of SARS, some type of severe acute respiratory disease virus. We thought, but then again, we didn't know. What is this? Is this a fucking bioweapon? Was this engineered? Is it human-made? Is it not of nature? What the fuck is this? And again, that's why we lock shit down. Later, when we discovered that it was and believed to be, in fact, this coronavirus, then we started to look at options. Okay, well, we kind of sort of think we know how to mitigate this thing. We can use this malaria drug, hydroxychloroquine, and there are all these other things, in combination, Z-Pack and this and vitamin A or vitamin C rather, not A, vitamin, who knows? Antioxidants, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamins, mega doses, and this is not to be construed as any type of legal business advice. This is purely informational. And so people were beginning to, some of them, better deal with this pandemic that it later became, and it made some people feel a little less wary. Like, okay, we've identified this thing. We've been able to isolate its gene sequence, its genome sequence, and we know, at least to some degree of certainty, all right, this is what the fuck it is. Now, what do we have in terms of our menu of options? What tools do we have in terms of fucking countermeasures? Like, what works, what doesn't, what's new that we can come up with to better combat and fight more effectively, more efficiently this fucking coronavirus, right? Okay, well, now that we know what we know, I cannot overlook the flu in terms of comparative numbers. The annual fucking flu. People, to this day, some of them, still wish, for whatever reason, in their minds, still desire, still want to keep the level of hype elevated. And I say to them, look, man, look, I know when I talk about the flu, some of you who are liberal on the left, they want to let these people cross at the fucking crosswalk, man. It's simple mathematics, okay? They have the right. You don't keep, give them some indication that you're going to stop for them, dude. Because, man, if you don't stop for these pedestrians, I might jump out of the fucking car, man, and conduct a citizen's arrest, dude. So any fucking way, this dude's fucking asshole over here, selfish ass bastard sees this couple crossing the road. Does he slow down? No, fucking of course he doesn't. But he sees me slow down, and I'm looking at him, and he sees me looking at him, and he's got his little sports car, and I'm like, really? You're not going to give them any indication whatsoever that you're going to slow down for them as the pedestrians they are? You motherfucking son of a bitch. And he kept inching closer, and and accelerating, and I'm like, really? That's your velocity, huh? Yeah, you're not going to switch it up, motherfucker? There might be a problem here, dude. You might want to slow down for those people. Yeah, because I'm an effective fucking witness, motherfucker. Yeah, credible and reliable, dude. And I'm not going to let you run over some pedestrians on my watch. Yeah, you're not going to run over some pedestrians on my watch, dude. And he had this kind of look like, if I weren't around, he probably would have just kept going. Because those pedestrians were looking at him like, well, dude, if you're going to keep going, then we're just going to, have to let you go by because we don't want to get run over. And I'm looking at him like, yeah, motherfucker, you better stop your car, dude, for real. And I wasn't the only car around behind him. Other people were checking him out, too. That's the only reason why this piece of shit in this fucking Toyota, yeah, you motherfucking bitch. Yeah. If no one was around, that dude would have just kept going, and he would have not even given a shit about those pedestrians. Anyway, the flu. I can't separate the two, man. Today, 1 million people worldwide infected. Well, I have to say it again. Listen, the CDC reported that in America alone, last year, 41 million people, and upward of maybe even into the 50 million range. 56. I saw that number. I saw the number 56. Now, that information, you might say that, look, that's extrapolated data. It sounds a bit much. The CDC knows that there were at least 38 million people infected with the flu, based on disease surveillance, influenza surveillance. And listen, I'm going to wrap this up early tonight in terms of this particular episode. I'm not going to keep it lengthy. I know I said last night I wanted to stop at 30 minutes, and I went into 40 minutes. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm at 10 minutes here. I've already made my fucking point. If you didn't get it, those of you out there who claim to be woke, 1 million infected with the coronavirus. Oh, the sky is falling. It's crazy. Gloom and doom. The media said this. Everybody wear a mask. Where were the masks for 41 times the coronavirus? 41 million. If you don't believe it was 41 million, let's go with the CDC's lowest estimate. 38 times what the coronavirus has been to date. And listen, 38 million wasn't globally. That was in the United States alone. 38 million people with the flu. 38 fucking million people. So, when you have these piece of shit governors locking down their entire state's economies because of a disease that to date is 38 to 41 times less infectious. Less. There haven't been 38 to 41 million people in the United States infected with the coronavirus. On record. There have been 1 million worldwide. There were 38 million people in America alone infected with the flu. And the flu can kill your ass just like the fucking coronavirus. So, where was the panic then? Where was the shuttering of businesses then? And the locking down of communities? And curfews? And shelter in place? And stay-at-home orders? These governors don't make any fucking sense. I get it. Our president, who I support 100%. I understand he has to say nice things about these governors, even if they are not nice people, even if they are unpleasant. He has to work with them to keep up morale for Americans in the world. That's his job. Here's my job. My job is to, outside the scope of his job, speak the truth. Fuck those governors. You don't lock down your fucking whole state over a disease that's 38 to 41 times less infectious. I could see if 100 million people in the United States were infected, that would be a different fucking story. But that's not the motherfucking case. And we seem to know, relatively speaking, what it is at this point. And there are mass numbers of people who have recovered and who are not infected. So, I, one Sir Grove, say, fuck Justin Trudeau, prime bum-ister of Canada. I get it, you have a family member. Hey, look, I empathize, sympathize anyone who has a family member. But when you lock down your whole country, fuck you. Same with Andrew Cuomo. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Hey, if I had a family member with cancer, I'm not going to lock down America because of that. Because not everyone is sick, motherfucker. And some people have to go to work. Some people have fucking jobs. You want to make Nazi America? You want to make Nazi Germany in America? You want to start handing out paperwork to people who are essential and non-essential, fuck you. It's getting old, dude. It's getting real motherfucking old. Fuck all you governors who lock down your states. I don't give a fuck if you claim to be Republican, if you say that you're fucking this, that, fuck you.